Well, hey folks, Free Play Frank. Okay, the first part of this video is going to be me explaining why I haven't put out any videos for 3 months. And as I'm sure it is going in your life too, everything's getting more and more expensive. And since COVID, it's become more and more difficult to obtain the things we need. And various governments of the world making up all these ridiculous rules are just making everything more difficult as time goes on. And it's, getting to the point where, something's got to change. But anyways, like I say, I'm not a political channel or a religious channel, but the odd time I have an opinion I have to share, so. But anyways, we're going to be getting back to regular videos now. As much as I love making videos for you guys, between looking after my farm and my animals and trying to earn a living and fixing all my equipment and all the various other things that I have to deal with on a daily basis, it's just not really possible to guarantee that I can put a video out once a week. I really would love to be able to do that, but it seems to be more like 2 to 3 a month seem to be what I've been doing the last year or so. So expect that from me for the future. And hopefully things will improve. We're coming out of winter here now in Canada. It's March, second week of March, so supposed to get some nice warm sunny weather here, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to getting some work done around here. And so far, everything's going pretty well. And I feel bad I had no Christmas episode for you guys this year, no Valentine's episode. But, well, I'll explain it to you in the next part of the video. And then for tonight's song, I'm going to cover probably one of the coolest nerdy songs of all time. Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so give you guys a bit of an overview of what's going on here. Now, if this is the 2nd of March today, and in the first week of December we had a power outage, and it was during the middle of the night while I was asleep, I guess, because apparently the power came back on and went back off again, and like branches, wind blowing branches on the trees, and it turns the power on off sometimes. And anyways, my computer wouldn't boot when I came down here to edit the next video. And usually you have these power bars here. Usually these things protect from that. They're surge protector. But apparently this one didn't. So I'm not by any means a computer tech guy. I can get by. I'm pretty much self-taught. I've had the help of a couple of friends that were computer enthusiasts over the years to get me going and so on, and I can figure out quite a bit of stuff on computer, but nowhere near to be able to consider myself knowledgeable enough to be giving advice on how to run or fix a computer. But anyways, I have a friend who is really good with his stuff, so he came over and he took a look at it, and he did everything he knew how to do. He went into the BIOS, all that kind of stuff, and he had the thing with like black screen, blue screen, all the different texts, things. I don't know how what any of that stuff's for, and he couldn't get the computer to respond. Like, I thought it was the hard drive was gone, because this computer would make kind of a groaning noise sometimes when you start it up from when it's been off. And usually that's the hard drive that does that. But anyways, he determined it was the motherboard that had crashed. So the first thing we tried to do was we ordered Windows 7 rescue disks online, because this is an old tower from 2009. It's an old Acer tower. that I got for the free play frank price from a friend when he closed his business in 2014, 2015. So, I like Windows 7. I think it's a good program. I didn't have any problem navigating my way through it. And the only thing about it, though, is that the only video editor I could get to run on it was VSDC. And of course, that's a great video editor. I really like it. There's a ton of features on there that I've never even tried to use yet. But I've been using that to make my videos for 3 years, and I'm sure there's things on other, like if you pay, like that's a free software download, the VSDC. They have paid versions too, but if you buy if you pay for it, you can get a ton more features, and you can make videos that are as good as whatever you'll see on TV or whatever. But like, if I were to get into doing stuff like that, I wouldn't have a farm. I wouldn't be able to raise goats or build machines or anything, because that's a full-time job, running all those fancy programs and so on. And basically the only time I can do anything with my videos or learning the songs and playing the songs is at night after I'm done my work for the day. If I have any energy left, like I have to kick my butt to get into the studio here and do my videos for you guys, but I love doing the videos, so I'm going to keep doing this. Like, I've jumped through every hoop I've had to get to this point, and I'm not giving up now. But anyways, the Windows 7 discs didn't work. Like, the system wouldn't recognize it, so he took my tower to another person that's even more skilled and knowledgeable on computers than him. And he spent 15 hours working on my tower, trying to get the thing to run, and he couldn't get it to run. So he tried to get the files off of the old hard drive, and he couldn't do that either. So what he ended up doing was he put another hard drive inside my tower. This has got 2 hard drives in it now, and the one he put in is running on Windows 10. And I like Windows 10 too. I have a Windows 10 computer upstairs, but it's not adequate to use for videos. Too much modification would be needed to make that work. But anyways, he set this thing up so that I can extract all my files onto that Windows 10 program in the other hard drive. And then I loaded it all onto this little thing here. See that little thing sticking out of there? That's called a Cruiser Glide. It's a USB stick, 128 gigabytes of memory. So now all my videos are on that little stick. So now all I have to do now is I gotta get that stick off of here without corrupting my videos. He showed me how to do that too, and I'm no computer expert. I'm not gonna try to teach you guys how to do that. Pray for me, pray that this is going to work, because we've done a lot of work to get to this point. And then I can then swap out my old tower for another tower that I had to get that is running Windows 10 that's in excellent condition. And then I can then upload all my videos off that USB stick onto the new computer, and I should be good to go making videos for you guys again. Okay, I got the new computer set up here now. I'm transferring my files from the old hard drive onto this new computer now. See the green line? It's at 70%. Alright, all the files are transferred. We should be ready to start making videos with a new computer now. Oh, we had a problem with the food chopper here. See this gear here, unthreaded there. You can see, I don't know if you can see it in here or not, but there's threads in here, because this is a part of a rear hub of a bicycle that I use to make this drive. And you see I tacked the piece onto this sleeve I made to fit over the shaft, but I didn't tack the sprocket. And it's threaded onto this hub, a section of the hub still, so I'm tapping it with a hammer to keep turning it around until it gets lined up so that it lines up with the lower sprocket. I got another half a turn or so to go. And Then I'm going to tack the sprocket so that it won't come off again. And then the other thing that happened is my emergency shut-off switch broke off the plastic switch on the on-off switch, so I'm going to swap out the switch too. Alright, we got that tacked on there. See, I put tacks every second one. I tacked on the inside here too. Actually, I tacked every one on this side and then ground it carefully so that the chain clears. And I fixed the switch here. You got another switch. This is a heavier duty switch. And I decided to put a bigger motor on it. It used to be a 1/4 horsepower. Now it's got 1/2 horsepower. So we'll see how that works. I only got 2 bolts holding it down. I marked the holes. I could drill 4 if I want, but I think 2 will hold it. So we're gonna try it like this now. Well, she's running now. Show you how it works. These mangoes here, they got a hard seed in the middle. You hear it crunch. Hear that? That was what stalled it and broke the gear. But now that the gear is welded, and also it's a bigger motor, and it's got a slightly smaller pulley on there. So it's running slower now. So it's a bigger motor with more torque. So I put about 10 of these green tubs full of food through it so far. It hasn't stalled once. There's a whole ton of watermelon this week. If it's a round piece, it's a little hard to... Once it bites in there. Sweet. Don't worry, I'm not going to get my hands in there. I know how it works safe. My hands are a long ways away from those gears. The odd time I'll be dumping something out of a box or a plastic bag and it'll catch the edge of the plastic bag and it'll pull the whole string in. So I just go shut her down, and then you roll this backwards like this by hand, and it opens up the cutters, and then you can take out whatever fell in there. So I'm happy with it. Alright, let's shred some moldy eggplants. I get boxes and boxes of this stuff to feed the animals, and after about 3 or 4 days it starts getting too much mold on it. It takes too long to cut it off, so I just put it through the shredder for the compost. I found Rudolph stuck in the hay feeder, and he was kind of his horns were stuck down near the bottom of the hay feeder, and he was laying on his back. So that's not good for goats to lay on their back. So I brought him in the house because it's winter time, and I'm warming him up because he's too cold. So he's standing next to the wood stove warming up there. And I've had this happen before, and I didn't lose the goat over that. And once you warm them back up again, and they start eating again, and might have to give them a worm treatment because the stress sometimes makes the worm parasite issue get worse, and then it'll get diarrhea. But I won't need to do that till tomorrow. And same with an antibiotic. If he does come down with pneumonia, then I'll have to put him on a round of LA 200 antibiotics for a week. But when I first found him, I took him out of there, and he didn't really want to even stand up. He was too weak to stand, so I brought him to the house. And at first he wouldn't stand either. And then after a couple minutes, he was able to stand up. And now I got him standing on the paper here because he's already made a mess in here. And I don't care. I'm not going to have a goat die because I don't want to clean the rug. So I'm just going to have the rest of my breakfast now for 45 minutes or so and let him warm up by the stove, and when he gets warm he'll be running around in here making even more of a mess, and then I can take him back to the rest of the goats. Okay, it's the next day. See, there's Rudolph there, the tan one with the La Mancha short ears, and he's doing good again. I had him in the house for about an hour, and he stood right up against the wood stove, like right up against it, and it was like way too hot for me, and warmed him up real good. And then I brought him some banana peels, and he ate those, and ate some strawberries, and ate some grain, and a few other things, and then I picked him up and brought him back out here. And he's a bit slow there for the afternoon, but yesterday when I brought them their food, he still came to eat. And these guys are all doing quite well. I put all the male goats in this other pen so they don't breed my females, because we have that problem ongoing here where the fence gets broken down, a tree falls in the wind, or somebody leaves the gate opened, and we end up with too many females pregnant that we don't want pregnant. So got to keep the males separated. But anyways, the trauma issue of him being stuck in the feeder all night seems to have resolved itself, and I keep an eye on him again. I'll probably check his temperature tonight. I got a thermometer that you check by inserting it in their rectum, and it tells you what their temperature is. It's supposed to be 101 degrees Fahrenheit. That's internal temperature. So I'll do that later tonight, and if it's low, that means that he might have got pneumonia from being laying upside down out when it was wet. So now I have to give him antibiotic. I'll give you an update on that next. Oh, here's some happy chickens here. What we got going on up here? Roosters. What are you guys doing up there?
I heard you on the wires back in 52, lying awake intent on tuning into you. If I was young, then I'd stop you coming to. Oh, oh. They took the credit for your second symphony. We wrote it with machines and new technology. And now I understand the problem you can see. Oh, oh, I saw your children. Oh, oh, what did you tell them? Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. Pictures came and broke your heart. Oh, 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 oh. And now we're leaving in the abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingle used to go. Oh, oh, you were the first one. Oh, oh, you were the last one. Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. In my head and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Oh, 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 oh. Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. In my head and in my car, we can't go back, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put the blame on VCR. Alright, there you have it. Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles from 1979. Thanks everyone for joining me this week, and we'll see you all next time. Take her easy.